Hello everybody, Thomas here, and welcome back to SFF180. It is Monday, the 13th of February, and time, once again, for the mailbag. And we have a bit of a modest mailbag this week, only about 5 or 6 packages, so we're going to get through it fairly quickly this time. Main announcement is that tomorrow, the 14th, is your final day to be able to nominate your favorite stories for the BooktubeSFF Awards, so get on over to the Tumblr and do that. Very happy to see a lot of people participating in the Goodreads group, paying attention to the list of short fiction suggestions that I put up there, and there's been a lot of good discussion about some of those stories, and so that's been very, very encouraging to see. So yeah, participate. We want to try to get maybe about another 40 to 50 people going before we shut the nominations down. So thanks again very much to everybody who has already participated. And apart from that, yeah, let's get on with it. Let's see what's in this week's bag, shall we? Okay, starting out the week with a couple from Angry Robot, a publisher whom I love. This is a debut novel in mass market paperback here in the States. The author is Brett Savory, and it's called A Perfect Machine, and it has this really strange, creepy-looking cover. And it says, Henry Kylo is a member of a secret society called the Inferna Cutis, a runner whose goal is to achieve full-body lead content. He is chased through the city every day by hunters whose goal is to shoot the runners, with the threat to both sides that if they do not participate, through a mysterious force no one understands, one of their loved ones will simply vanish from the face of the earth. That's weird. Rumors abound about what happens when a runner achieves ascension, but it has supposedly never happened before, so no one knows for sure, except that it has happened before, and it is happening again, this time, to Henry Kylo. Well, this sounds like a very strange take on the dystopian theme, but anyway, Perfect Machine by Brett Savory, now available from Angry Robot, and also a Weird West, or a Western fantasy, not necessarily steampunk, although you might get that impression at first from looking at the cover, but it's called Dr. Potter's Medicine Show. The author is Eric Scott Fischel. And it says, Dr. Alexander Potter, disgraced Civil War surgeon, now huckster and seller of snake oil, travels the wet roads of the Pacific Northwest with a disheartened company of strongmen, illusionists, fortune-tellers, and musical whores. Under the quiet command of the mysterious, merciless, and murderous Lyman Rhodes, they entertain the masses while hawking the Choctaw Sagwa Tonic, a vital elixir touted to cure all ills, both physical and spiritual. Although, for a few unfortunate customers, the Sagwa offers something much, much worse. For drunken dentist Hosea McDaniel, there we are, the Sagwa has taken everything from him. In the hired company of 2 accidental outlaws, the bickering brothers Solomon Parker and Agamemnon Rideout, more than anything, he wants revenge on the elixir's creator, Dr. Morrison Hedwith, businessman, body thief, and secret alchemist, a man who is running out of time. Alright, well this sounds like it could be very sinister, a tale of revenge and dark magic in the Pacific Northwest. Weird West fiction there's not enough of, and I want to see more of it, so this is available now, Dr. Potter's Medicine Show. Okay, moving on, we have a white envelope. Usually means a tour title, but not always. And this is one of those not always cases. Finally have this is the finished copy in hardcover of Universal Harvester, the new novel by John Darnielle. If you watch my channel regularly, you will know that I have already reviewed this, and unfortunately did not think very highly of it. But just in case, this came out on the 7th in hardcover from FSG Books. And it is a bit of puzzle box fiction involving mysterious video clips and a strange dark history about cults in Middle America. Captures the feeling of Middle America very, very well, but I was less satisfied with the puzzle box narrative, and you, again, can find that out on my review. But it is here, it is finished, and unfortunately, I'm sure they couldn't afford it, but the finished copy is a conventional little hardcover. It doesn't come in the VHS case, which the art came in, which was awesome. But here we have it. Universal Harvester is now available by John Darnielle. And this is another little box from the folks at Blackstone Publishing. Interesting. So I wish all review copies would come in little boxes like this. They protect the books much, much better. But let's see what's inside this one, shall we? Okay, well, this looks very interesting. It's and a very sturdy edition, too. This is the paperback edition of a book called Wolves. The author is D.J. Mullis, and it says, Wolves melds post-apocalyptic speculative fiction with the spirit of a Western to create an unforgettable tale of a man struggling to stay true to himself as he ventures across a lawless landscape in search of his young daughter, whom he hopes is still alive. Huxley remembers the way life used to be when the old world still existed, but since the Skyfire, the laws of order and civility have vanished, replaced by barbaric acts and survival of the fittest mentality. Huxley manages to salvage a safe, peaceful existence with his wife and daughter in a tight-knit farming community on the west coast. One day, however, his world is turned upside down when a band of slavers decimate the village, murdering his wife and taking his daughter captive to sell as a slave in the east. Huxley's mission consumes him. He must hunt down the slavers, exact retribution, and rescue his daughter. Okay, how many more versions of Mad Max do we really need, guys? While heading east, Huxley unites and leads a diverse group of lone men he encounters along the way who share his mission to rain down violent justice on the slavers. The men band together as they make their way into the state once known as Texas, where they begin to formulate a plan to go east into the Riverlands and killing every slaver who crosses their path along the way. Okay, well, this actually now, it looks really interesting, but now that I've read it, it sounds just a bit too conventional with its tropes. But in any event, it's, I guess, very, very bleak, revengey post-apocalyptic fiction, and it comes out April the 3rd as a premium mass market paperback from Blackstone Publishing. Penguin Random House, a random penguin shipment. Let's see what's in this one, shall we? And we've got a twofer from Daw Books. The first of these is the newest encrypted novel from Shauna McGuire. This is called Magic for Nothing. And being that this is still a much shorter series than the October Day series, I'm thinking that this might be an easy one for me to get caught up with first. But those of you who are big Shauna McGuire fans, I don't know, have you read both of these? What do you prefer between the two of those series? I know that the Toby Day series is very, very, very popular, but, you know, I'm iffy on urban fantasies, just how I am. But Magic for Nothing, a February title from Daw, and also this is a hardcover novel by an author named Margaret Fortune. It's called Archangel, and it is apparently the sequel to a book called Nova, which I remember getting, and it seems to have come out some years ago, so this appears to be a slightly belated sequel. But it looks to be military SF, and so because there's no sell sheet, I'm just going to have to read it this way. It's book 2 of something called The Spectre War. Okay, so I'm guessing I was right on the money with my military SF guess. It says, an enemy you can't kill, a soldier who can't fight, an interstellar war that can't be won until now. As a soldier of the celestial expanse, Guardian First Class Michael Sorensen knows better than anyone that when the Spectres invade, there are only two options, run or die. However, his defensive war takes on a whole new spin when he's recruited into Division 7, a research and development facility with the ultimate mission to create a large-scale weapon that can kill Spectres en masse. Well, that doesn't sound like a very good deal for the Spectres. But Archangel, a February Daw title in hardcover. And the last one this week is a little random penguin package. Feels like it might have a couple of paperbacks in it. Okay, that's exactly what it is. And these are a couple of copies that the publicist sent to me. There's an author named Stephen Blackmore, and he has this UF series. And the most recent volume, the third one is just out, is called Hungry Ghosts. And it's about a necromancer Eric Carter. And I guess I'm wondering to what degree Carter, that name might be a Lovecraft homage. But anyway, I had told the publicist at the time I had never been sent the first two books in the series, so they've sent them to me. So these are older ones, but I've just gotten them in Dead Things and Broken Souls, which are the first two volumes in the Eric Carter, Necromancer series. So I guess I can, at some point, binge them and get caught up. But let me just stack them all up in an orderly fashion. And so there we are. Hungry Ghosts is the most recent one that is just out, and here are the first two. And that is it for this episode of the Mailbag, you guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Second week of February, I gotta say, this was, apart from the angry robots, not a week where anything really leapt out at me. But I don't know, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. You know the drill, light them up. Tell me which of these looks most interesting and exciting to you, which you would like to see me prioritized for review. And otherwise, If you enjoyed watching, please, as always, leave a like, share the video far and wide with your SFF reading friends, and above all, please subscribe. If you've not done so, that is how SFF180 grows as a channel. And you can also support the channel at its TeePublic store, where you will find shirts and cool related merch. Okay? So, get those nominations in. You have until tomorrow for the BooktubeSFF Awards. Link will be below to the Tumblr, to the voting, to the the form, the Google form to fill out to nominate. And otherwise, until I see all of you awesome people next time, happy reading.